welcome to episode 87 of Game Honey, your one and only, your favorite, the best video game podcast on the internet, scientifically proven.
We are comfortable making that claim.
Yes, I'm very comfortable right now making that claim. Welcome. This week, we're nearing the end of the year. We have our Game Honey annual tradition since last year of the Game Honey Awards coming up soon.
Yes.
So that's going to be exciting. Make sure to tune in for that. We've also been putting up our podcast on YouTube, if in case you like putting up a YouTube video in the back when you're doing some work or whatever.
In case you like listening with your eyes.
Yes. Please check that out as well over on the regular YouTube channel. But for now, let's get right down to brass tacks, because we are doing a show, and I am doing a show with my dear, dear friend, Polar. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Okay.
Thank
Where
you
can
very
people
much.
find you?
Hey, they can find me at KumaGumaPolar on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I am Panda, aka Tayo Inc. You can find me at Tayo Inc. on the Twitter, and you can find us as a collective at Game Honey Game. So, hey, go on over and click that follow button. Why don't you?
Do it.
Why don't you? Why don't you? So, to start off, I heard that you finally met our erstwhile third host, Adam, in person.
Yes.
How was that? Yes.
The elusive Adam. Well, I can now confirm that he actually exists.
Oh, okay. That's I wasn't sure.
And his beard certainly does as well. It is indeed majestic.
It is majestic indeed.
I was not yet
Did
able
you
to
touch
work
it?
up the courage to actually touch it.
But
But I'm working my way towards that.
okay.
Yeah, it was.
Well, Adam, if you're listening, we are. Please know that the next time we meet you, we are
we will be
quietly
we will be
wishing
touching.
to touch your beard.
There will be touching, and
All
there
right.
will be stroking.
Yes.
But yes,
There's,
I
lots
was.
of that.
I met Adam in Tokyo, and yeah, we had a grand old time hanging out with a bunch of people who are to a certain degree who are not affiliated with the games industry in some way or another.
Keep going.
Yeah, this is it's a smooth ride. But some people there already got their hands on Star Wars tickets and had just gone to see it, and I haven't yet. And
Yeah.
just give me your very brief impressions.
Yeah.
Completely spoiler free, obviously.
Before the show started, we were like, should we talk about Star Wars? And yeah, so you haven't seen it. I have seen it. We won't spoil anything, so please rest assured. For me, I am, to list off my credentials, I am a very big Star Wars fan. As I take it, you
are an official nerd.
I am an official nerd.
You have been
copyright,
certified
trademark,
by
by George Lucas himself. I was knighted to Star Wars nerddom.
I don't think he's part of the
him.
club anymore.
No, that's true. Ah, shit.
Well.
Yeah, I was of the camp that really liked Force Awakens. I know it's just a rehash of episode 4, but for me it worked in setting up the new world and whatnot. So I was really really excited to go into Last Jedi because of the precedent that has been set with like movie sequels in general, where the second one is like the darker one, and they were kind of hinting at that in all the trailers as well. It's the longest Star Wars movie to date, which I definitely felt. There were a couple of moments where I thought, oh, so the movie is over now, and then it just continued, which don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad thing, but it felt kind of fragmented in parts, a little bit. Um, to me, honestly, the first third of the movie, I was not into it. There are some reasons with stuff that I felt was superfluous. Like a whole plot point that was essentially not necessary. Which yeah, that I don't know. That felt like a bit of a shame to me.
Okay, but we're starting to get into details without actually getting into details, so I don't know.
No. I won't get into details further than this. Just for me, the first third felt very not so good. There were also a couple of, which is my nerd side coming out, like inconsistencies within like Star Wars, the greater Star Wars lore.
Did they spell Kashyyyk with one Y instead of three?
No, I won't go into details, but that kind of irked me on a sort of fanboy level.
Yeah.
But it works as far as the movie. But then after that, it really picked up and it got pretty exciting. Personally, the very end of the movie, I'm not 100% on board with, but like everything between after the first third, like up to
the last third,
tied it. Yeah. I'm just trying not to do any spoilers at all. So, overall, don't get me wrong, I really liked it. There were some really cool ideas and some cool visuals, some cool new characters in there that they did some interesting things with, but it's not Empire Strikes Back to me, which of course is like the best Star Wars movie. So it's a high standard to set, but that's my my very non-spoiler take on it.
Yeah.
As of this point, but I'm still kind of mulling it over.
Yeah, maybe we can get into it a little bit more next week, because I'm planning to see it over the weekend. As I mentioned before we started the show, I'm currently grooming my girlfriend to enjoy this series, to enjoy this thing that I love, because that's how you build a healthy relationship, folks. Take notes.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the reason where we're still together. So
Groom me more.
Yeah, we've watched 4. We watched 5 split into 2 halves, because otherwise we wouldn't make it through.
I'm so sleepy. Can we do this another time? No.
Yeah, she has real trouble.
Fucking watch it.
She has real trouble getting over just how old everything is, and I kind of get it.
Okay.
I kind of get it. I mean, I think the spaceships and stuff like that look pretty good. But like when you have things on the ground, the creatures are just they're obviously like Furbies. They're dolls.
I always thought that they were pretty well done. Practical effects.
Yeah, they are well done, and especially considering the time. But I mean, if you see them now, I can sort of I know this is heresy, but now going back to these movies for the first time in a while, I can sort of see why George Lucas thought that maybe CG would be a more convincing way to do this. Obviously, he was wrong when he put out episode 1 and 2, because especially in episode 2, everything looks like garbage.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm watching. My girlfriend wasn't very convinced with Yoda, which broke my heart a little bit. But then I also had to admit, his movement is super stiff. It's totally a doll.
Well, he is 900 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
So, I mean,
you have to, if you watch it now for the first time, you kind of have to put yourself over. You kind of have to convince yourself that yes, this works for me.
Okay, so where are you at now?
We're halfway through 6. We watched the first half of 6. And
okay, and she's like, I'm not interested in how this ends.
Well, you would be surprised, or maybe not, to hear that she appreciated the little furries on Endor.
Yeah. Okay.
But actually, she said,
Makes sense.
this is kind of, even if they're going for cute and like a light comedy sort of thing, it's kind of long. And
Okay.
yeah, and but it is, right? I think
It is a little bit.
yeah, that whole thing on Endor really didn't have to happen.
It's always kind of. I mean, I don't have anything against the Ewoks. Don't get me wrong, but if you consider that it was originally going to be Kashyyyk, and that the Wookiees were gonna fight the Empire,
I didn't know that.
it does kind of feel like it's a missed opportunity.
Why didn't that happen? Is that because they wanted to
I
go
don't
the
know.
Disney route and have these marketable, cute animals?
Probably. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that was the original plan.
Yeah, that would have been.
Unfortunately,
that probably
didn't
would have
happen.
been better.
Yeah. So what's next on? Is it you gonna show her Lord of the Rings?
No. She loves Lord of the
Extended.
Rings. No, what we're doing
she's
is
seen those? Yeah.
we're hopefully watching the latter half of 6 tonight, and then we'll cram 7 in somewhere. And I'm sure she's gonna enjoy 7 a whole lot more than any of the previous 3 movies.
Everything looks new.
Yeah, I mean, like what she said about the first. We're gonna talk about video games, by the way, in a minute, but
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to it.
But she also mentioned that everything is so understated when like something big happens. In a modern movie, that would have been presented with much more bombast. Like,
yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing.
No. But
that's
that's what she's used to, right? And I
yeah.
would think that like many kids these days are probably used to that as well. I don't know. I guess I didn't notice so much back in the day when I watched Star Wars. I was I don't know how old I was, like 14 or so. But yeah, it's a different time.
You watched Star Wars for the first time when you were 14?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
I think I saw one was the first one I saw actually.
Episode 1?
Yep.
Oh. Wow, that sucks.
My well, obviously it didn't back in the day. I mean,
no.
When you're
I
14,
was into that shit.
And when you're 14, you can't really tell that that's not a good movie.
No, I was down all the way with Jar Jar, and I was in deep.
I honestly looking like rewatching 4, 5, and 6. I kind of feel that C-3PO is getting up there in terms of being as annoying as Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, he's kind of. It's interesting that C-3PO and R2-D2 are the only characters that have been in all the movies.
Yeah,
but they're kind of relegated to the sides in the prequels and in the new trilogy as well.
Well,
definitely not.
I mean, tell me this: is Jar Jar Binks back for Episode 8?
Yes, Snoke is Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, Master Luke! Misa seduce you to the dark side.
Oh, Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
I honestly don't think that 3PO is that much better. Well.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we talk some video games?
Okay.
I'll take your silence as a yes. All right. So jumping right in with Monster Hunter. Why not? Yeah, just take a random one off the list. Did you end up playing the Monster Hunter beta? The Monster Hunter World beta?
Oh, was that on PS4? Oh, was there a beta?
Yes.
A beta? A beta?
A beta?
A beta.
Yeah, there was, and I did play it actually. It was actually pretty good. I really liked it. It was way more immersive than any of the previous Monster Hunter games because it's like one open world now.
You know, the silly connected areas?
Way better. Yeah. So before it was just you go into one area and then you have a loading screen to go into one of the next areas. It's just all very seamless and smooth now.
Yeah, you're talking
and
to
it looks
someone who
beautiful.
doesn't understand Monster Hunter, but yeah, I only played like demos or the early
Mhm.
stage of. I played the early parts of
Yeah, we
3.
played together
Yeah,
a
we
little
really
bit.
didn't understand it. I played the one
No.
on the DS, the 3DS. A little.
Did you play that one too?
No, I'm lying. Actually, I played. I'm
You
thinking
played
of
the one on the
the
Wii.
Switch demo. So that's
Oh, okay.
cross 2, but
Double cross. Yeah.
double cross.
Yeah.
I
Ugh.
I am not someone who understands Monster Hunter. I think it's slow, it's sluggish, and the loading really takes me out of it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
those are things that are kind of being taken out now. So, the first beta was just for PS4 Plus members, for people with PS Plus. But now the new one is open to everyone. So yeah, go fucking try it out. I don't have it right in front of me, so I don't know exactly when the new beta will be. Let's look that up real quick. 22nd of December, so it's this weekend if you're listening in the week that this podcast is released.
So is it better? Is it more accessible to
I feel
filthy
it's
casuals?
more accessible to filthy casuals
Like myself?
Yeah. Definitely give it a try. I definitely think it's a good place to try it out.
So what's better about this iteration compared to the previous ones?
Well, obviously I haven't had the whole game yet. But from the beta that I played, like I said, it's way more immersive. It's way more beautiful and interactive, I feel.
Is the core gameplay pretty much the same, or does it feel the same?
I mean, you go after monsters and you hack and slash at them. So yeah, the basic gameplay is pretty much unchanged, but it there are some things like there's now flies that kind of, it sounds really weird, but that help you track stuff. It was a little bit confusing at first, but overall, I think it works from the little that I played with the beta.
So is this gonna change my mind on the franchise? Because it doesn't sound like it, to be honest. Apart from the
no, I'm not doing the best. I'm not giving you the best sales pitch. I realize, but
there's flies.
I don't know. It's there are flies. You can
really explain
it's free. Free this weekend till the 22nd till the 26th. So yeah, just give it a try. Why don't you?
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, finished real strong on that one.
It's free. That's the best argument, and it was fun. I liked it. So there, ha.
Okay, but you can't tell me why. Immersive.
Immersive.
Kinetic.
Visceral. All the buzzwords. Speaking of buzzwords, I don't know where I'm going with this, but the buzz around, there we go. The buzz around PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds isn't very good, because it finally released on the good old Xbox
in early access.
And IGN said too much water, 5 out of 10. Apparently.
Too much water, too little frame rate.
Yeah, you put this on there. It's still in early access on PC as well, as far as I know. But I saw something about version 1.0 being released pretty soon.
Yeah, apparently it's coming. I don't know how they're gonna do it, or how much how much they're actually able to fix, because Digital Foundry, as always, put out a video comparing both versions, the Xbox and the Xbox One X version.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also an even more damning video put out by YouTuber. How do you even read his name? Crowbat?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's right. Crobe Cat. Oh, you know who I mean.
I
But
don't.
yeah,
I really don't.
he pretty much put out like a silent video of just gameplay that looks generally awful. Um, the
And
resolution looks
that
really low.
running on the Xbox One, not on the Xbox One X.
Both.
On both.
His video, I don't know what it's running on actually. It might be the Xbox One. But the point is that even on the Xbox One X, it often completely fails to hit a solid 30 FPS for a game that really doesn't look all that special. Like assets fail to load. It's riddled with bugs. The netcode isn't working as intended, so people just sort of zip around the map. It really does look quite terrible. So that's why IGN gave it a preliminary review, or a review for the early access version, and rated it 5 out of 10. Which and in general, it doesn't seem to be getting a whole lot of positive buzz. But then again, how much does it matter? Because apparently they already sold more than 1 million copies.
Yeah, that game, I don't think the creators of that game will really have anything to worry about, financially speaking, for the next couple of years, if not lifetimes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
they did
the
some,
founder maybe,
good business.
But this, yeah, you would hope that still they should fix this before projects before other games like Fortnite are able to gain on them even further. And
yeah,
they
I
start
think
losing some of that
Fortnite is still
advantage.
doing all right, right?
Yeah, I think Fortnite, from what recent reports I read, is that it's doing very well. I don't know if they're actively gaining on PUBG. I don't think that they are, considering just how much of a massive phenomenon that game turned out to be. But
yeah,
I mean, having these performance issue go on for too long, that's it's not going to be good for your game's reputation. And especially considering that it's a flagship title for the Xbox One.
yeah.
I don't think this is something that everybody can see. This is not something that you only notice if you're really graphically savvy. It just looks terrible.
Okay. Even I would see that it's terrible.
Even you would notice, yes.
Even me. Well, that means it's pretty fucking terrible because...
I mean, you would notice a frame rate dip into the single digits, I would assume.
I would... Yes.
You remember
notice.
Perfect Dark back in the day.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
Great game.
But yeah,
unironically great game.
It's super... It's so weird that that Microsoft was not able to get a flagship title to run properly.
We don't really need it to run properly, right? We'll sell copies.
You kind of want to. I mean, they don't. What does Microsoft have going for them, really?
I mean,
recently,
we've got Bill Gates.
I don't think they've had Bill Gates for a while now.
Yeah. Well, no,
I don't think they ever had him.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates, he's smart. He'll make a game.
Yeah. No, but
that's how this works, right?
I don't know. I think it's good that IGN was able to give them, or had the courage to stand up to
IGN standing up to the man.
Do this early access bullshit, because they're putting a price on it, so you might as well review it, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. It's definitely call that shit out. If people are charging money for shit and it's just a shit product, call them out for it. It's completely fair.
Yeah. They obviously wanted to get it out for the holidays, but oh well. I hope people are having fun with it. It doesn't seem too likely from what I've seen, but
yeah. Well,
shame
at least you can still play it on PC, where it's apparently a lot of fun. Maybe I should try it out at some point, but for now, nah. For now, maybe I'll play some ARMS. Probably won't, but maybe.
These are two games that I will never play.
Yeah. ARMS, but yeah, ARMS, the community apparently is still supportive enough that or active enough that the game is still supported, and a new character has been announced, or has been teased, I should say, to be released with the 5.0 version, which should land before the end of the year. So again, we've done a couple of stories on ARMS, and every time it's like, yeah, it's good to see that
It's always
ARMS
the
is
same.
still being supported. Yeah, but I mean, it really is in this climate of being asked for money for every little extra thing. It's really cool to see that a game like ARMS, which definitely isn't as high on the radar as your Zelda, as your Mario, is still being supported by a big game company. So
Yeah, sure.
I just want to point out that it's not all doom and gloom in the industry.
No, part of this is as well that when ARMS was released, it was relatively feature light.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still don't really see ARMS growing out to be a massive franchise. I don't know, maybe if they really improve on it with the next iteration, it might expand its fan base a little bit. But I mean, we mentioned this last time as well. It doesn't really seem to have stuck in people's minds very much. So I don't know. It's good that they're supporting it. I can see that Nintendo's pushing it still, but yeah. Well, we'll see. It's good they're supporting it, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Because Nintendo could have just as easily been like, this is the game, and we'll charge you for extra characters. And they haven't, so good on you, Nintendo. Good on you. Good boy.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. A franchise that definitely has some staying power. You may have heard of it. Not sure. Final Fantasy. Ring a bell?
Is that the one with the chickens?
Yeah, with the big yellow chickens. That franchise is 30 years old this week. Apparently, the first game was released on December 18th, 1987. So yeah, it's just as old as I am. Well, a little younger. Final Fantasy is younger than I am.
Looks a whole lot better.
Hey, what did we talk about?
Can we not?
What the fuck did we talk about? I don't like it when you denigrate me on our podcast.
Outside of it, though.
I am a sensitive soul.
Yeah.
Deep down inside.
Final Fantasy.
Somewhere.
Final Fantasy.
Yes.
How many Final Fantasies have I even played?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
I've sure played the
do
shit out of Crystal Chronicles.
Did you actually do that? Or?
Oh, yeah, I totally did.
Yeah? I was so hyped for Crystal Chronicles. And then I was so disappointed in Crystal Chronicles.
I fooled myself into thinking that that I was actually playing a Final Fantasy game, and after a while, I started believing it again, and it was actually a lot of fun when you have 2 or 3 other people with Game Boy Advances.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see having.
I think we talked about this before, and about the fact that you didn't have any friends.
Yeah. Still don't.
Yeah.
Oh
well. Who needs friends?
Oh well. Who needs them, fuckers?
When I got my video games.
Yeah, I played that as well, but yeah, for me it was just me hauling that, because you had to like retrieve like a droplet or something in every level.
I feel like we've had this conversation a couple of times over the past 1.5 years.
Okay, I won't talk about it.
Crystal Chronicles, I played some of 7. I think that's all? Question mark?
You never dove into 8, 9, or
No,
10?
I didn't even finish 7. I got
me either.
To
I don't think I've ever
three,
finished a Final Fantasy game.
Disc 2. Yeah. I know. I was kind of interested in 15, but I guess not interested enough to actually play it.
We have it in our house somewhere. Gab bought it.
Did she play it?
Huh?
Did she play it?
She didn't. It was a preemptive buy when it was on sale. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try. Apparently it's really good, so maybe I should.
It's pretty good from what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite being a boy band road trip.
Yeah, that's
We
what
can't
appeals to me.
all be perfect. But yeah, I played some of 7. I played some of 8. 8 I played at my cousin's house when I was sleeping over there, having a sleepover. And I remember that being pretty awesome back in the day.
A night of discovery.
A night of discovery of Final Fantasy.
More ways than one.
I played a bunch of 10. And
Oh yeah, I started 10.
That's about it for me as well, I think. Yeah, I've always wanted to get into Final Fantasy Tactics because everyone keeps saying how that's the best game that there ever was.
Oh, I started that one as well, actually.
On the one on
The one on GBA, which
GBA?
is not the best
Yeah.
one. I think the first one is considered to be the best one on PS1, but I never tried that.
So I think it's like a continuation of Final Fantasy or Tactics Ogre, or is that?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's made by the same company.
Yeah, it is, huh? Yeah. I don't fucking know. But yeah, those always seemed kind of interesting. I always wanted to try those. So who knows? Maybe I'll use this 30th anniversary as a good excuse.
This is like
I
the
probably won't,
third
but
vain promise that you made about playing a game that we both know that you're not gonna.
yeah. I gotta keep the tension up, you know.
Hey,
It's
I
a
might
story
play
that
it.
we're telling here.
So
I
this
might
is.
play it.
I think we can almost put together a Game Honey bingo, and this will definitely be on there. I might play this game.
I might play this game at some point. Who knows? I never played this game. All right. Speaking about playing games,
This was
shall we?
Yeah, we
Riveting news, huh? Yeah.
I think we did well.
To be fair, we had the Game Awards and the PlayStation Experience pretty recently, so it's fair to.
We're still recovering.
Yes. Actually, I did want to talk about one thing that I forgot to talk about last time. That got unveiled at the Game Awards, and that is the Zelda DLC. We have talked about this multiple times, but I've stated on this podcast and to you in person as well.
I might play
that
this.
I think it'd be pretty neat to have like a sort of steampunky Zelda or like future or modern times Zelda. And you were vehemently against the idea, as far as I can recall.
Well, I thought that you basically just wanted brown Fallout Zelda.
No. It doesn't need to be brown. It can be very colorful, just more like advanced technology. And then sort of Breath of the Wild sort of did that with like machines and whatnot. And now, with the DLC, there's a fucking motorcycle in the game. An honest to God fucking motorcycle, which I did not see coming. I'll be honest. But what I wanted to ask you your thoughts on that.
I have no idea because I've yet to play it and I've yet to obtain it.
Okay.
But I wasn't as surprised as you were. Maybe because I watched the making of videos that they put out after the release of the game, where they also talked about some of the proof of concept that they had for Breath of the Wild, and they among which was a concept where aliens would come to visit Earth or Hyrule, and Link was seen running away from an alien mothership blasting down on the fields of Hyrule.
Yeah,
so,
no, I did see those videos.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of knew that they were experimenting with that kind of stuff. I'm curious to see how they work it into the lore, but yeah, I mean, they
have
cool,
like
maybe?
tentacle robots.
Yeah, they do.
So
They do.
it's not that far-fetched, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
little thing that I forgot to mention last week that
Yeah, and I suppose you
wanted
haven't,
to-
leading into what you've been playing here, but I suppose you haven't played it yet?
I have not. No.
Well, neither have I.
I haven't even bought it yet.
Oh.
So, yeah. Sorry about that. If you're listening, Nintendo, sorry. I'll give you money. But I have been playing some other stuff. One very recent and hip title I've been playing is Resident Evil 4.
Ah.
You know that game, I think.
How many copies of that game do you own?
A bunch, yeah. But I realized I'd never played it on professional, and so I'm playing it on professional now for the first time, and it's pretty hard, believe it or not. So, have you ever finished it on professional?
I think the first time I did a professional run, I also did a self-imposed 90% accuracy run.
Okay.
I don't,
Why?
I thought that was a thing that I should do.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay,
It wasn't easy, that's for sure. But
Did you do it?
yeah, I did it. I think I still have a picture somewhere
Oh.
if you if you don't believe me.
No, I believe you, but yeah, make sure to tweet out that picture.
Sure.
I'm
gonna look it up right now.
I'm impressed.
But yeah, no, I did finish it on professional. I remember the first time you when it gets really tough is in the castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's the guy with the claw hands? What's he called? You remember?
Oh yeah. Wolverine / Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, slash
I don't know what he's called
Satoichi.
with the eyes sewn shut.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when it really starts getting, when it really picks up, the difficulty that is, and you get to the, I don't know, do people call it the water room? Well, there's this big open area.
I know exactly what you're
And that is,
talking about.
did you get there yet?
No. I streamed it and I got past the Del Lago.
Okay.
Which
boy, oh
was
boy, you're
pretty hard.
That's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I didn't think it would be this hard, but it really is. It's quite hard.
Oh
To
yeah.
be fair,
it's
I hadn't
quite something.
played Resident Evil in a long time, in a couple of years, but yeah.
How does it feel being back?
It's always good being with Leon S. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
My
really
hunky man.
It really is.
Yeah, with his dreamy eyes, making
Yeah.
weird comments at Hunnigan. It's a great game.
Does he? Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, there's some really sassy comments in there, here and there.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Way sassier than I really remembered it. But I see just now that you removed a game from the Whatchabeenplayin list, which was Wolfenstein 2.
oh yeah. I guess I did play that.
I also played it, so don't know why you go and remove that. But Huh?
Oh, you wanna start something?
let's start something.
Okay.
So yeah, you mentioned to me the other day that Wolfenstein 2, that the first level was, you could download it for free.
Yep. That's
Is that
that's
what
right.
you did?
That's right. From what I've seen, is that the sales for Wolfenstein were not quite up to snuff. Well, they were downright disappointing.
Okay.
So I guess this is a response to that from Bethesda. Yeah, they put up the first level for free to download. So that's what I played. Did you play anything beyond that? It's not that long, I guess. It's
Yeah,
like
I've
an
been
hour or so.
Playing for like the past couple of days, so I'm not sure how far in the story I am, but I'm like a decent couple of hours in,
Okay.
4 or 5 hours probably.
I'm.
What did you think?
I thought it was. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it looked very nice. I thought the story bits were well done. I'm not much to say about the gameplay because you're not really. I don't know. You're not really in full control.
No,
Not to the extent that you
you
will
start
be.
off
Yeah, you start off in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Um,
waking up from a coma.
yeah, so I can't say that from a gameplay perspective that it really enticed me to go on, but it left a positive impression, but not to the extent that I want to rush out and buy it right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's for me. It feels very much like a traditional FPS, um, which is not a criticism or a praise per se. It's just it's a well made. It's exactly what it says on the box. It's a well made FPS, gameplay wise. But for me, what's really interesting is the setting and
Yeah.
the fact that we have come to a point in history where Wolfenstein is considered by some to be a taking a political stance, a controversial political stance on the fact that Nazis are bad. Um, and I've in the game I've just gotten to America. It doesn't start out in America. That's the big selling point of the game, obviously. That
Yeah, that's what interested me the
yeah,
most.
yeah, it's Nazi occupied America, and the first mission that you play, not there's the first mission that you actually play, like in where you see sort of the Nazis occupying just a regular old town in America is really interesting to see. Just like KKK members walking around and Nazis walking around across the street. It's so weird, and especially in the current political climate, it's yeah. I mean, we can obviously say many things about Herr Drumpf, but and his cohorts, but yeah, the fact that this game, which should in at any other point in time should have been like, oh man, this is weird. Oh yeah, just imagine, is now sort of like, ooh, this is kind of eerie, is kind of fucked up, but
Well,
still interesting.
let's not get carried away too much. But
No, I mean, it's maybe a little bit hyperbole, but yeah, there's definitely definitely some undertones in the current social and political climate in the world that may be more relevant in this game now than they would have been, say, a year or two ago. So,
I mean,
yeah.
but having said that, the game is not actually making any political statement, right?
No,
It's
I
just
don't
about
think it
killing
is.
Nazis.
Yeah, there's maybe that's just me reading into it a little bit as well. But I feel that there's a little bit of the idea of how easy it can be to be occupied, but or to slip into have how easy it is to have some crazy concepts like fascism slip into normalcy, which I really kind of felt, especially in the America sections that I've played so far. Um, but again, yeah, like you said, I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just the timing of this game with the current
Well,
world events.
let me just say,
Yeah,
when I went to the United States last year,
yeah.
it wasn't quite like that.
No, no, obviously,
So I didn't
but
see that
then
many
again,
KKK
yeah.
members. I saw a
No,
few, but
obviously, I'm not saying that everyone
I
in
didn't
America
see.
is a member
I
of the
didn't see that
KKK.
many Nazis walking the streets of New York.
Disclaimer. No, no, no. But I mean, did you go to the southern Trump states
All of
and
them.
villages and towns? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. Oh, this is just like what America is now. But there is definitely some some interesting context, I suppose, that makes it an interesting setting for to play right now. I'm hey, you know what I'm saying, right? Right?
I'm mostly just having fun hearing you squirm around your argument for a good 5
I
minutes.
mean, I wasn't squirming too much in the first. The squirming came at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay, but is the game good? Is it good? That's
I
what
like
I
it so
want to
far.
know. Okay.
Gameplay is simple but effective. It works. Although there are parts where I feel that sometimes I die a little bit too easy. It's a little bit too easy to get killed pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm good with it so far. I like the story, I like the characters. I like the setting overall.
Yeah, the story
And
seems to be what
gameplay is
really
fine.
elevates this game above a box standard FPS, right? Box standard may not be the right term, but
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like story going on, way more than you would expect from like a Wolfenstein
yeah.
game. So yeah, good on you, Bethesda.
All
Or
right.
Machine Games. I'm not sure who did
Machine
the actual
games.
making.
Machine games it is.
Yeah. So that's Wolfenstein 2 for me. What did you play? Something with a 2 in the title as well, perhaps?
Yeah, I rejoined the anime party this week,
Yes.
and I played a little bit more of Xenoblade 2. Where am I now? I think I'm sort of midway through chapter 3. I'm not going that fast, but I'm having fun with it. I do have to read a guide to fully understand the battle system. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's not like the game, as we mentioned, I think 2 weeks ago. The game sort of bombards you with tutorials,
Yeah.
and I don't think you can actually read up on them after you finish them.
Oh, that's weird.
I wasn't able to find them at least. So I forgot some stuff. I forgot exactly how you have to do some combo attacks. So I had to actually
Yeah.
look that up. Resetera has a very comprehensive battle guide, so that helped me out a lot. Yeah, what you have, for example, is you get these you have a charge attack, and if you launch your charge attack, then your other party members can sort of extend that charge attack to. This is 3 stages. In the 3rd stage, you do a whole lot of damage. But I forgot that you actually have to. With each step that you go up the ladder, your charge attack has to be charged further. And I didn't get that, and I wasn't able to actually find an explanation in the game. So yeah, that left me stranded for a little while, but I think I'm back up to speed now.
All right.
Yeah, the battle system is a little bit convoluted, but
is it enjoyable
yeah,
overall?
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I had a bit of I was in a bit of a rut when I ran into a bunch of enemies that were a couple levels above me, and I just couldn't seem to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think I'm in a good place now with my current level. As I mentioned earlier, you can go to an inn where you can have a good old sleep, and when you do that, you can actually level up. So
Yeah.
That you are sure that you are at an adequate level where you're not going to be frustrated. So yeah, there's things to sort of take care of that annoyances like that. Besides that, yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
How's the story?
I don't know. It's super typical. You have all of the typical anime archetypes. It's really a shonen anime, and for better or for worse. I think the voice acting is pretty decent. In dark
You had
mode,
it set to Japanese, right?
yeah, I have it set to. I can only select Japanese, so
Yeah, oh,
that's what I'm going with.
You have the Japanese version.
It can look really, really quite nice when playing in docked mode. I took it out the other day to be reminded.
Did you get a TV?
Yeah, I did actually.
Ah, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What did you call it?
I call it the Yoga.
Okay.
It's actually it's not
Healthy.
It's not technically a TV. It's a really big tablet, a 27-inch tablet.
Okay.
With Windows running on it, but it has an HDMI input, so that's what I use to play my games.
I see.
But yeah, the story so far, I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, it's still very early stages. And the characters are okay. It's in a weird sort of way. It's kind of refreshing to play something where they talk about the power of friendship and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's super typical.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far I'm liking it.
Okay.
It's not blowing me away, but I'm enjoying it at least.
Is it blowing you overall?
I'm sure some people wish that it were, but no, for me that is not. I am not getting blown by this by this game. But
well,
thank you for asking, though.
Yeah. Gotta do follow-up questions.
So what it means to be a journalist.
That's what it means to me, a video
You got
game
the right
journalist.
idea, kid. Got to work on your execution.
All right. Did you play anything else noteworthy?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, I briefly wanted to mention I played some Okami, which got re-released for in HD very recently, and I'd never played it before. Have you played Okami at all?
I have not. I bought it for the PS2, fully intending to play it, and I didn't. Funny how that goes.
Well, yeah. I don't think I've ever experienced that. Anyway, Okami HD, it's very good so far. I'm only a few hours in, but it's extremely charming. It's very colorful, and you'll just fall in love with it. Yeah, definitely. I think you will absolutely love that game as well, knowing your preferences.
Like every time I think of Okami, I beat myself over the head for not having played it, because I pretty much know for a fact that this is a game that I'm gonna love, and I don't know why I haven't played it. So yeah, I guess it did come out for the PS4 recently.
Yeah, but I was it came out for the PS4, and I went to the local Japanese game store to get it, and they were like, no, it's not coming out till like the end of the month, so not out in Japan yet on PS4.
Okay.
So
but
just,
on
FYI.
the European or on the US store, how much does it go for?
I got it on Steam for $20. I'm not sure if that's the same price on PlayStation, but
20. Okay, no, that's good. The price is
it's
right.
very reasonable, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that.
Definitely give it a try.
I think I'm gonna buy that game.
Yeah, do it.
I hope I'm gonna play that game.
Well? I feel a bingo coming up.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, so that was our week in video games and international blockbuster franchise movies.
Oh yeah.
Are you excited for watching more Return of the Jedi tonight?
Well, I know what's coming up is better than what preceded it. I mean, I know that my partner is not gonna be. I don't think that there's any way that she's really gonna. She's not gonna come around and say, "Oh, this was really good." She's just gonna be like, "This was okay."
Did she react at all to the "I am your father" revelation?
She thought Vader was lying.
Okay.
This is what she told me after we finished watching. So, no,
what
that was
asshole.
Completely.
He's a liar too. Okay.
That guy's a real
has
jerk.
She found out that Luke and Leia are siblings yet? Spoilers.
Yeah, we.
Those of you who haven't seen
Jesus.
The 1983 masterpiece.
Yeah, we got to that. She really didn't give a fuck.
Okay. That's sounds like a great Star Wars experience. Oh, fun times.
I don't know why I'm subjecting myself to this experience.
Or her.
Or her. That's a better question, undoubtedly. I mean, she kind of wanted to know what it was all about. It wasn't
what the fuss was.
It
all
was
about.
like 80% my doing, and 20% genuine interest.
Okay.
I guess those odds still aren't very good.
Well,
yeah.
better than the odds of flying into an asteroid field. You know what I'm saying?
Sick reference.
That's a Star Wars reference right there.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
I like that one a whole lot.
Yeah, or the odds of surviving out.
I think we were at a good place, and I think you just took it too far.
No, I don't think I did. But I mean, sure, you're entitled to your opinion. Anyway,
hey.
On that note,
hey, I have one more small Christmas story.
Well, fuck it. All right, it's the season.
Oh, look what you're doing to me.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay. Polar died live on the podcast. This is awkward.
It's my old man cough.
Oh yeah.
I hope to get through the winter.
That's what you get when you're 25 and you've smoked since you were 3.
So we do it in the Netherlands.
This is now your biography.
It's a European way of living.
Story. You're 25.
Anyway,
okay,
I'm
just
gonna ignore everything else you say and just start with my story. I will lead this in with a question. Did you know that Japanese children believe in Santa Claus?
Yeah. Do you know why I know?
Because you are you are like the worst person to ask this question to.
Because if any little children are listening, close your ears right now. But yeah, I may or may not be Santa sometimes, just as a helper. I'm a helper.
There's
Santa.
no on and off to this.
No,
you either are or you aren't. You either is or you ain't.
I'm a full-time Santa helper.
You're a little
there.
Good.
But yeah, please continue with your story.
I actually didn't. I didn't know that they like genuinely believed.
Yeah, well, it depends on the kid, I suppose, but I feel that most kids here in Japan still
get lied to by their parents
up until get are unwilling participants in a mass
delusion.
Mass experiment with
to make their parents feel better.
Our children's vulnerable minds.
Yeah, so what happened is I got from a friend of ours who has a 10-year-old daughter, which I found well, a good age to still believe in Santa Claus, I guess. But her daughter asked for she initially asked for a Switch.
Yeah.
And but decided that was a little bit too much. So then she wrote a note to Santa asking for a smartphone. And,
okay.
So the mother called me up in a bit of a hurry because she had to do her Christmas shopping, but a smartphone was not happening. So I had to write a note in English because obviously Santa is from the United States.
Yes.
And explain to her why Santa could not get a contract in her name.
Okay, that's the excuse that they went with. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
I'm the results should be in later tonight, so
Very good.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Santa is not buying you a fucking smartphone. Now listen to your mother.
She's a great woman. You've given her a lot of trouble over the past year.
Oh, that poor kid. So what is she getting?
I don't know yet. But I thought it was interesting that she went with a Switch first.
Yeah. See, girls do play video games.
Nobody's saying that they don't.
No, I know you were saying it. You're saying it right
I don't
before
know why I'm getting called out.
Right before the podcast started. Girls don't play video games, right? Let's go.
This is common knowledge. God, all these SJWs.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, with that lovely heartwarming story of a kid not getting her wish, we end this episode of Game Honey. So yeah, like we said at the beginning, the Game Honey awards are coming up. Probably not next week, but the week after will probably be our award show. So
live.
I don't know if it'll be live, but we could maybe do it live.
We'll probably
Would
won't.
you want to stream it? Maybe not. Well, maybe. Let us know. Maybe would be fun. Let's think about it. Maybe you can show your face.
Maybe you could show your
hiding
face
behind. Maybe hiding.
Show your
behind
face to your butt.
No, that's physically impossible.
Well, you gotta try sometimes.
Okay, I have had it with your silliness. I am calling it. This was Game Honey episode 87. That's what I'm calling. And thank you guys very much for listening. You can find my lovely, if somewhat sassy co-host at
Kuma Guma Polar
on Twitter. You can find me at Tayo Inc. on Twitter. You can find us as a collective at Game Honey Game on Twitter. You can send us an email to game.honey with an S at the end at gmail.com. You can also find us on YouTube. If you search for YouTube, YouTube. There we go. Just type YouTube into your Google search bar. You should be able to find it right there. Just go to the Tayo Inc. YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Tayo Inc. Or check any of the links in the description down below, wherever you may be. All right, that's it for this week. Hope to see you guys again next week. Hope to be shouting in your earballs again. Thank you guys very much for listening, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.